Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. According to authorities on Monday, at least 5 persons reportedly became ill after eating supper at a restaurant and using a mouth freshener that had dry ice mixed into it. Hospitalized are 4 out of the 5 individuals. According to the reports, Ankit Kumar, a resident of Greater Noida, filed a complaint claiming that on Saturday night he had dinner with his wife and 4 friends at the La Foresta Cafe in Sector 90. After eating mouth freshener after their dinner at a cafe in Gurugram, 5 people began throwing up blood and complained of burning in their lips. Kumar added that the restaurant personnel left as soon as their health began to deteriorate and they were admitted to the hospital. The doctor claims that the acid is what can cause death. An anti-tank mission from Lebanon struck an orchard close to Israel's northern border village of Margaliot on Monday, killing 1 Indian national and injuring 2 others, according to officials. The 3 victims are from Kerala, a state in the south. The deceased, whose name was Patnibin Maxwell, was from Kollam in Kerala. According to officials, his mortal remains were identified at Ziv Hospital. Bush Joseph George and Paul Melvin, the other 2 Keralites, were hurt, they added, and were sent to nearby hospitals for medical attention. George was injured on his face and body and was sent to the Bailinson Hospital in Petah Tikva. According to the official, George had surgery and is still being monitored. He also stated that he is doing well and is able to communicate with his family. The Spanish woman was allegedly gang-raped in the Hansdiha police station limits while traveling from West Bengal to Nepal. The husband of a Spanish woman who was allegedly gang-raped in Dumka on Friday received compensation from Jharkhand police. According to the police, 7 people are involved in the case and been arrested. After a swift investigation, the district administration is offering the rape survivor and her husband all of our assistance. They have received rupees 10 lakh from us under the victim compensation scheme. Our goal is for the accused to be found guilty as quickly as possible, Deputy Commissioner Anjaneyulu Doda stated. On Tuesday, March 5th, the Ambala-Chandigarh highway reopened following a 22-day closure due to protests from farmers. The Haryana government took down the barricades that had been erected between the Ambala and Chandigarh National Highway. Hundreds of farmers have been demonstrating against the Dilli Chalo March that started on February 13th at the borders of Shambhu and Kanauri. It is planned for these irate farmers to march towards Delhi on March 6th. In addition, farmers' unions have demanded that railroad tracks be blocked on March 10th from 12 to 4 p.m. Their demands, which include the creation of a MSP guarantee law and debt forgiveness, are being supported by a theatrical production. On March 10th, the farmers will hold a statewide rail roko to carry on their protest. According to an official, the National Investigation Agency raided many sites today in connection with a case involving a terrorist from Lashkar-e-Toiba who radicalized detainees. The anti-terror agency searched 17 locations in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and 5 other states that were connected to the case's suspects. The Bengaluru City Police first opened a case after weapons and ammunition, including 7 handguns, 4 hand grenades, 1 magazine, 45 live rounds, and 4 walkie-talkies were found last year. Report says that 5 people were initially under arrest. T. Nasir, a Liti operative and kingpin who radicalized these 5 people in the central jail in Bengaluru to carry out terrible acts of terror, is also an accused in this case along with Junaid Ahmed, Mohammed Umar, Mohammed Faisal Rabbani, Tanveer Ahmed and Mohammed Farooq, while they were all lodged in Bengaluru prison in 2017. According to India's Minister of Railways, the drivers of a train that crashed in southern India in October, killing 14 people, were preoccupied with a cricket match on their phones. When a second train collided with the passenger train from behind, 3 of the carriages that were traveling between Visakhapatnam and Palasa derailed. When the train in the state of Andhra Pradesh collided with another train, numerous people were hurt. During the one-day World Cup, the drivers were watching India play England, according to the reports. Along with the others, they were also killed in the tragedy. New safety mechanisms to detect any such distraction and make sure that the pilots and the assistant pilots are fully focused on running the train would be deployed, according to Railways Minister Vaishnav following the incident. India's first under-river metro tunnel, constructed in Kolkata, is scheduled to be inaugurated by PM Narendra Modi tomorrow. Also, several major metro and rapid transit projects across countries to improve urban mobility and connectivity in a momentous development that is likely to change urban transportation. An important turning point in the development of India's infrastructure is the Kolkata metro expansion, which comprises the Howrah-Maidan Esplanade metro section. It is the first transit tunnel in the country to cross a significant river and connect 2 busy sections of Kolkata. PM Modi is scheduled to unveil a number of other significant national projects. These include the Agra Metro's route from Taj East Gate to Mankameshwar, the Pune Metro's stretch from Ruby Hall Clinic to Ramwadi, the Kochi Metro Rail Phase 1 extension from SN Junction Metro Station to Tripunithura Metro Station, and the Duhai Modinagar of the Delhi-Meerut RRTS corridor. India has been establishing various sites in the Indian Ocean region since 2004. ICG is now constructing a new jetty at Androth Island. It is anticipated to be put into service soon and will allow it to station bigger and new ships to monitor the area. With 3 commissioned sites at Kavarati, Minicoy and Androth, the Indian Coast Guard stations in Lakshadweep serve as the command and control center for District HQ 12. In order to protect the country's maritime interests, 86 men and 11 officers are currently stationed in the Lakshadweep and Minicoy Islands. Following a collision between their Coast Guard warships on Tuesday in the disputed South China Sea, the Philippines has accused China of engaging in risky maneuvers. According to the Philippines Coast Guard, the incident happened as it was on a resupply operation close to the Second Thomas Shoal, also known as the Renai Jiao in Chinese. One Philippine official claimed in a tweet that their ship had some minor structural damage. He showed clips of the ships colliding and then scraping against one another. According to Chinese official media, the China Coast Guard legitimately intervened against a Philippine vessel. Their unlawful and careless behavior caused the China Coast Guard 21555 and MRRV 4407 to collide, mildly damaging the PCG vessel's structure. A UN panel came to the conclusion that there were reasonable grounds to believe that sexual violence, including gang and rape, had occurred last year during Hamas attacks in Israel. They added that there was convincing evidence indicating sexual assault had been committed against the hostages. These took place in at least 3 distinct locations, including the Nova Music Festival and its surroundings. UN Special Representative on Sexual Violence in Conflict Pramila Patan headed the trip. During the attacks, Hamas has denied that its fighters sexually abused women. After breaking into southern Israel, militants from Hamas slaughtered over 1,200 people and kidnapped 253 hostages. According to the Hamas-run health ministry, Israel launched a military campaign in Gaza that killed 3,500 lives. In an effort to promote stronger bilateral relations, China and the Maldives inked a defense cooperation pact that calls on China to give free military support. The defense cooperation agreement's terms were not provided. Reports state that China has also given the Maldives 12 environmentally friendly ambulances. A military delegation from China is visiting the Maldives after India announced that the first group of civilian technical experts had arrived in the island nation to take the position of military troops using an advanced light helicopter in the country. Widely regarded as a pro-China politician, President Muizu has set a deadline of March 10th for the first wave of Indian military troops to leave his nation. The South Korean spy service claims that North Korean hackers have gained access to South Korean chip equipment manufacturers. According to the National Intelligence Service, Pyongyang is attempting to manufacture semiconductors for its armaments programs. It happened 1 month after President Yoon Suk-yeol issued a warning that North Korea would use provocations, such as cyber attacks, to sabotage future elections. President Yoon's office claimed last month that its official system had not been hacked and that the breach of an aide's email account was due to a breakdown of security procedures. While Pyongyang has consistently denied being involved in cybercrimes, Seoul has accused North Korean hackers of stealing significant quantities of cash, frequently in the form of cryptocurrencies, in order to finance the dictatorship and its nuclear weapons program. Over the weekend, freezing rain and unexpected snowfall pounded remote parts of Pakistan, resulting in at least 35 deaths and several injuries. Disaster management officials reported that 22 children were among the dead, many of them crushed in landslides that buried their homes. The snow astonished experts because Pakistan is usually hot in March. At least 150 houses were completely demolished, and 500 others were partially damaged by the severe rains, which largely affected Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and the southwest region of Balochistan. Also, there hasn't been any electricity for several days. The provincial government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has declared financial support for the injured and the families of the deceased, as well as relief supplies to the affected communities. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.